Good day, everyone. My name is Apolonio Bronjal, and for today, I am going to discuss the contentious issues in ESP, or the English for specific purposes, the absolute and variable characteristics. When it comes to ESP, there are several contentious issues that have sparked debates among scholars and practitioners. Dudley Evans and St. John's 1998 tried to apply a series of characteristics of ESP. Two of these issues related to the characteristics of ESP, which can be categorized into absolute and variable characteristics. Let's tackle first the absolute characteristics, and the first one is defined to meet a specific need of the learners. So this characteristics emphasizes that the ESP courses are designed to address the unique language needs of learners in a particular context or profession. In other words, ESP courses are tailored to meet the specific requirements of the learners. So the ESP courses should begin with a needs analysis to identify the specific language requirements of the learners. And also, the learning objectives of the ESP courses are clearly defined and aligned with the specific needs of the learners. For example, a medical student needs to develop the English language skills to interact with patients and healthcare professionals. So the ESP courses, or the ESP course, is created to focus on the medical terminology, patient communication and case presentation skills. And the second absolute characteristics is makes use of understanding methodology and activities of the discipline it serves. So these characteristics highlight that the ESP courses incorporate the methodologies, activities, and practices of the specific discipline or profession they serve. In other words, ESP courses are designed to reflect the authentic practices and procedures of the target discipline. So in terms of disciplinary authenticity, the ESP courses aim to replicate the real-life scenarios, tasks, and activities of the target discipline. And in terms of methodological alignment, the teaching methodologies and activities used in ESP courses are aligned with those of the target discipline. And also the use of the authentic materials. The ESP courses incorporate authentic materials such as textbooks, articles, and case studies from the target discipline. For example, an ESP course for business students might include case studies, marketing reports, and financial analysis, mirroring the methodologies and activities used in the business world. And the last absolute characteristic is focuses on the language appropriate to these activities in terms of grammar, lexis, register, study skills, discourse, and genre. So this characteristic emphasizes that ESP courses concentrate on the specific language features and skills required for learners to communicate effectively in their target discipline or profession. So the grammar ESP courses focus on the grammatical structures and conventions that is relevant to the target discipline. In terms of lexis, the ESP courses emphasize the specialized vocabulary and terminology that is used in the target discipline. And in register naman, ESP courses address the formal or informal tone, style, and language use appropriate for different contexts within the target discipline. And the study skills of ESP courses develop the study skills necessary for learners to access and process information in their target discipline. And the ESP courses analyze and practice the discourse patterns such as conversations, discussions, or presentations that is common in target discipline. And the last one is the genre. The ESP courses focus on the specific text types such as reports, proposals, or case studies that is used in the target discipline. For example, an ESP course for engineering students might focus on the language of the technical reports, including grammar, vocabulary, and discourse structures specific to this genre. Now, let's move forward to the variable characteristics. And the first one may be related to or designed for specific disciplines. So, these characteristics suggest that ESP courses can be tailored to meet the language needs of learners within a specific discipline or field of study. So, the ESP courses focus on the unique language features, terminology, and conventions that is used within a specific discipline. And also, the learning objectives of ESP courses are aligned with the specific needs of learners within the target discipline also. And the ESP courses incorporate authentic materials, case studies, and scenarios relevant to the target discipline. For example, the English for Business. An ESP course for business students might concentrate on business vocabulary, negotiation skills, and financial report writing. The second variable characteristic in specific teaching situations may use a different methodology from that of general English. So this characteristic highlights that the ESP courses often require a tailored approach to teaching and learning, which may differ from the methodologies used in general English courses. The ESP courses use methodologies that are specifically designed to meet the needs of learners in a particular context or discipline. And also, the ESP instructors are flexible and adaptable, using a range of methodologies to meet the diverse needs of learners. It focuses on the practical application. So the ESP courses emphasize the practical application and real-world scenarios rather than just focusing on language forms and structures. For example, in task-based learning, the ESP courses for business professionals might use the task-based learning where the learners complete the real-world tasks such as writing a business report or participating in a meeting. And the last but not the least variable characteristic is usually for adult, intermediate, or advanced learners. This characteristic highlights that the ESP courses are typically designed for adult learners who already possess a foundation in English language skills. The English for specific purposes learners typically have the intermediate or advanced levels of English proficiency. So the specific language needs ESP learners require the specific language skills and knowledge that tailor to their profession, study, or research area. For example, the academic researchers. The ESP courses for academic researchers might emphasize language skills related to research writing, academic publishing, and conference presentations. Here we have that the absolute characteristics are specific to English for specific purposes because learners' needs are of vital importance when designing a language activities. So as regards with the variable characteristics, ESP courses can be designed for a specific group using a definite teaching methodology. Nevertheless, all learners' categories and disciplines can be concerned with ESP. So for that reason, ESP should be seen simply as an approach to teaching, or what that Dudley Evans and St. John's illustrate as an attitude of mind. Similarly, Hutchinson's and Waters 1987 stated that ESP should properly be seen not as any particular language product but as an approach to language teaching in which all decisions as to content and methods are based on the learner's reason for learning. This is quite important for us to bear in mind the absolute and variable characteristics of ESP, because when we design a course, this is a characteristic should be taken into account in the process of course design, especially if we take into account that ESP, as Hutchinson, there you have an or the other authors that they even some stated that we should regard ESP not as a language product, but we should regard it as an approach to language teaching. And all the decision that we make when designing a course, an ESP course, should be based on the learner's needs for learning ESP. And that's all. Thank you.